Hey there, it's Lenny Magill with the Glock Store Performance and Custom Shop here in the Nashville studios today, and got a holster that I want to talk about. It's been around for a while, and I've always looked at it and thought to myself, that thing is huge. I don't know how I'm going to wear it. How could that be comfortable? So the other day, I thought, let me wear it around a little bit, which I did, and I was amazed at how comfortable it was. And I will say that probably over time will even get more comfortable. What I'm talking about here is the Crossbreed Super Tuck. And these guys have been around for a while. They've done a really good job, marketing their company and building a good holster. I literally will tell you that I've always looked at this Super Tuck holster and thought to myself, man, that thing is massive. I'm not a huge guy. I'm on a good day, 6 foot, 0 and 180 pounds. I have a 32-inch waist, so there's not a whole lot of room over there. This thing is literally, 8 inches wide, if not more, maybe even 9 inches wide. So it really takes up, a third of my my real estate almost on my body. But what I found is that the platform itself, the leather platform, is what makes this thing very comfortable. And once you get it in there, it really works well. So I've got it set up with a one of my guns is a Glock 45, which I really like. It's the Glock with the full-size grip and the mid-size slide. So it's basically a 1917. All right, kind of a crossbreed itself. We go ahead and keep my finger off the trigger, of course, look inside, make sure it is empty. It is empty. Pull the trigger in a safe direction. Now we can go ahead and kind of go through this scenario. So a couple things about this holster that are very nice is the body of the holster is a hard Kydex. It's gonna capture the gun as it should be. It does cover the trigger guard as it should. It does allow for you to get on it. Now, one of the things I would say to me if I was, gonna wear this all the time, which I probably will end up taking this one, is I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit right here. So when I come down on it, my thumb can get a full purchase around this back strap. So I see that this piece is just interfering a little bit. I'd like to go ahead and cut it back personally, what I would do, because I really don't have a great grip on it when I'm down here. So as I pull the gun out, I got to readjust. I'd like to be able to get to the gun and to get a full purchase on that beaver tail, but that piece of leather is kind of in my way. So I will cut that down. But what I was amazed at, once I got it on, it was super comfortable because this big piece of leather distributes the weight and really is much more comfortable than I thought it would be. Comfortable in the sense that it didn't feel bulky. It didn't feel like it was interfering with the way I would carry it. Now, I typically carry in the appendix carry. So I've got right now just as a little G43 in a little $35 holster. So that's my carry gun. This holster is a little too big for me to place here. So this is going to actually be back here on a kidney carry, they call it, basically right above my my back right pocket. Let's talk about these clips real quick. And what's really unique about these clips, it really gives you a couple of options to do. One, they're fully adjustable as far as the height and the cant. So I can run this one up and it's going to cant one way or another. If I want the gun to sit higher, I run it down. When I sit lower, run it up. So it's really about being able to customize the fit of the holster to your body style. If you have a longer waist or a shorter waist, that's how you would actually start to figure that out. So basically, you just go ahead and unscrew these and adjust the holster to where you want it. Now again, if you have one in the low position and one in the higher position, it's going to cant, even more so than it is. So they've got a little built-in cant right now, but it will cant. Now the other thing about these clips is they're designed to go over your belt and capture your belt in the clip. They're steel, and they're rounded edges, so it's not going to tear your belt apart, which I really think is important. You get a nice leather belt, and you put a holster on it. And just sometimes the holsters will really dig in your belt and destroy your belt, and it's not that attractive when you're not wearing a gun or not trying to conceal. So the other thing about these clips is they are designed to be tuckable in the sense that you can get this around your belt, get your shirt over top of this, and tuck your shirt tail into these crevices. and then the rest of it goes around, the rest of the body, your body, the rest of the in your belt line. It's easier said than done. It does help you do deep carry. If you want to bury a gun on your body, this is a great way to do it because it really can get you deep in there, and you can put a shirt over top of it, a dress shirt or whatever, so it looks like you just have, normal dress shirt on. The belt would go, of course, would come across here, and all this goes inside your belt. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on and play with it. Like I said, it really meets all the criteria for safety. It holds the gun the way it's supposed to. It does cover the trigger guard the way it's supposed to. It does allow you to get a grip on the gun, although I think I would, like I said, I'd like to see a little better grip on the gun, personally. It's available for all kinds of different Glocks, all kinds of different guns as well. There's been a bunch of these out there. One of the nice things to keep in mind when you wear this leather is going to soften up and it's going to mold to your body. That's really a nice feature. So eventually, over the course of time, a month or two, this thing is going to just be like a second skin for you. Like I said, I was super impressed with how comfortable this is. It doesn't look like it's going to be comfortable because it's so big, but after wearing it around for 2 days, I felt to myself, you know what? I like this holster. So I'm going to probably, like I said, customize it and keep it as my own. Let's go over here to the other part of the studio, and I'll get this situated and show you what it looks like when it's on the body. All right, so I've got the Super Tuck, the Crossbreed Super Tuck on right now, and it feels great. And I don't know that you can actually see it, but I am right-handed, so it's going to be right here at this spot right here. So as a regular T-shirt, you're not really going to see it. But to get to it, it's basically here. Now, the draw technique on this particular holster, always want to be careful that you manage your clothing before you get to the gun. So, I always tell people, concealed carry is not about fast draw. It's about having a gun and being aware. So that if you need a gun, you've got one. But I'm not going to outdraw any bad guys who are there with a gun on me. It's just probably not going to happen. However, the technique we want to incorporate is to be able to clear the clothing first, get up high, come back down on the gun, making sure not to trap any clothing around the handle. So it's really important you just slow down a little bit, get back on the gun, get a good full grip. Now you can see right now my trigger finger is always going to be out of the way. I want to just always be in that habit. Also, remember we talked about that other piece of leather right here. See how that's interfering with my grip a little bit? Still able to get a grip on a gun. It's not a bad thing. It's just it could be better. Pull the gun out, keeping the trigger off, your finger off that trigger, and then present the gun to the target. The nice thing about this particular holster is it does not collapse when you take the gun out. So to reholster, I will put my thumb on top of the slide, put my finger alongside, find that hole, and shove it down. Confidently shove it down, knowing that, okay, it's not going to go bang because I have my finger off the trigger. I want to also make sure that I don't have any clothing or anything else dangling around there that may intersect with the trigger. So as I'm reholstering, I always want to make sure that I'm protecting it, kind of looking at that spot, and then drive it home. So there is the Super Tuck. And I will tell you, it's really comfortable. I mean, the one thing that I never expected, because it's such a large piece, and this thing goes from literally here to here on my waistband. So it's basically a quarter of my body, almost a quarter of my body. It feels a lot better. It really supports the weight of this, well, kind of mid-sized gun, 9mm slide, full-size handle. I had it with a full magazine, for the last 2 days. Been carrying around and thought to myself, you know what? I love this thing. I can wear it all day long, which I did. And that's really what concealed carry is all about: finding a holster package that you will wear. Like I said, I like to wear that little small 43 right here. I think that's the most comfortable for me because it's a tiny little $35 holster we have. Works great for that 43X. If you have a larger gun, you want to carry a larger gun, this holster is it. Once again, let's just look at that drawing technique. Is come up high, get out of the way, come back down on the grip, get the gun and go. Don't go until you have a good grip on the gun, okay? That's really the secret, is to be slow, get a grip, make sure you're good, then come up and go. Reholstering, again, thumb on top of the slide, come back in, slam it home, cover, and you're good to go. So that's Crossbreed Super Tuck. I'm a believer. And if you're looking for a good holster, it's a good holster for a good price point. It's going to support your full-size gun. It's going to be comfortable all day long. And I bet you this thing's going to last for a long time. I'm Lenny Magill. This, of course, is the Glock Store Performance and Custom Shop here in Nashville, Tennessee and San Diego. Inviting you to come visit us here in Nashville. I think you'll really enjoy it. Thanks for watching.